In this video, we're going to be talking about 2nd edition's most maligned, but the much loved stunty army, the Squats. Hi, I'm Matt Croucher, and I'm here tonight with Pauly, and we are looking at the most amazing rogue trader looking, but fighting in the 2nd edition Squat army. Pauly brought this army to Sustain Fire 2023. Loved getting walloped so much that he came back for more in Sustain Fire 2024.
Yeah, that's it. I think I got walloped pretty badly then too.
So I guess it is a bit rare to see a Squat army in a 2nd edition group, considering that they had no codex and no models released for the whole run of the 2nd edition. How do you find collecting like the Squat army now compared to collecting Squats like back in the day?
Well, there's a lot more range of models to collect now. I was lucky enough to come into a mostly painted Squat army that I bought off a guy on Facebook or something, which is the kind of the older models, like the Rogue Trader ones, like these guys and the Thud Gun, the heavy trikes and the older bikes. And then I've been slowly collecting other bits and pieces from other creators like Macrocosm, the kind of beret guys I call them, but they're kind of based on real world military, I think. Macrocosm did these bikes as well, but they're Bob Ollie. He's kind of like the godfather of Squats.
Yep.
He did like most of the old ones. He did these guys, the original Exo Armor, some of the bikes. He did heaps of stuff. Yep. And yeah, over the years, he still kept doing Space Dwarfs. And he's put out these. Big Man here. The guys at the front are kind of like the modernist ones. They're from these two Spanish guys. And they're incredible. The whole range is amazing. And then the other bits in the army are from Imperial Guard allies. So I got Lehman Russ for a bit of punch. The Ratlings, just because they're beautifully painted, amazing models. The Tarantulas from Space Crusade. And these two dudes my mate at school painted for me in like 1994 or something. So I've kept them. They're like the weapon crew. You know, back then I was waiting patiently the whole edition for a codex that I thought was going to come. And I played Tyranids a bit in between because I got tired of being stomped by everyone who had the codexes. I remember back then when the Sisters of Battle codex came out, I bought that. And that was when the penny dropped and I thought, it's not happening. And I was really salty about that. Not impressed. I'm enjoying it still, but yeah, it does feel a lot like 1995 in some ways.
What I really like about this army is that it looks pretty much exactly like the 2-page spread from the Warhammer Compendium.
Oh, it's so perfect.
Yeah. And it's like, it's great because you've got the really like crazy chopper style bikes. They're right at the front. You've got the Rhino here. You've got the Ratlings. You've got the heavy weapons guys. Like it's basically, you've just recreated that army.
Yeah, I really like the style of the old, like, they're kind of like 80s bikers or something. And you notice you can see the Rogue Trader influence there. By 2nd Ed, they kind of edited that bit of it out. They didn't really want Squats to be kind of part of the Imperium like they were back then. But yeah, I love the aesthetic of it. It's like getting the right models for the loadouts that they have in 2nd Ed, and that stuff can be a bit frustrating. The price can be a bit frustrating too, but you know, it's been a lot of fun to put it together. Yeah.
No, I think it does. It's a really good thematic sort of look to it. And the newer models really fit in as well. So like the bike aesthetic looks completely different, but I just love this guy. He just looks like he's straight out of Mad Max.
Yeah, that's so cool, that guy, isn't it?
Yeah,
isn't
he's got the Harley, he's got the cigar, he's got the pistol, he's got the slouch hat. He's having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look really cool. And you've done a great job with the visors and with the glasses and that as well. They really look like they're just out there in the desert.
Oh, I really struggled with them. I wanted to try and nail like either a kind of cyberpunk thing where there was like buildings being reflected in the visors, which I just don't have the skills to do it, or like the kind of classic GW jewel style where there's like the white highlight and the layers of color, but I couldn't get either of them very well, and so I just came out with my own thing, and I don't know, I'm pretty happy with it. I think they even probably look better than they would have.
I think so. I think if you'd done it, did it all as the one just smooth piece of glass, I don't think it would have had the same effect as just looking like that sort of 80s riding through the night look that it's got.
Yeah, it's a really cool look.
I just wanted to point out a detail that I quite like here. What Pauly's done here is he's got like a bunch of the Warhammer Fantasy squat shields and icons and put it on the rhinos. So what's the thoughts behind that?
I really like the space dwarf thing. Like they're dwarfs, they're in space. They've got a bit of a slap together backstory to make it look like they're not just transported, wholesale from Warhammer Fantasy. I don't like this super high tech thing because I think there's already other factions that do that. But they're kind of like mechanics. Like I guess that's what they do. And so I wanted to lean into that like household sigil, Hearthguard, fantasy dwarf thing.
Yeah, and that works with the industrial look. Like you've got the greasy looking bikers, as you said before. They're riding Harleys, so there's nothing high tech there.
No, they can fix it all themselves.
What are you looking forward to in Sustained Fire 25?
Well, I do need to shake up the tactics, that's for sure. I'd love it if the bikes could kind of do a little bit more before they go out of control. So if I had time, I'd probably paint a third squad just to annoy everyone with. One of them's bound to get in there and do something, right? If you got three. But yeah, nothing particularly, I suppose. I'm just, working on the tactics and continuing to enjoy painting them and just sort of see what I can get out of this janky 35-year-old army list that's like 1 page long.
Excellent.
Without relying on vortex grenades, graviton guns, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, well, Pauly, thanks for making time to come and show us this awesome squad army. Look forward to seeing it at Sustained Fire. And keep watching. And we're going to try and do more of these interviews where we're going to have a look at some of the awesome armies that we've had show up to the event and the people commanding them. So thank you very much.
Cheers.